Hello everyone. Good morning or good afternoon. So my name is Jaleesa and I am a shop manager at Lush. I've been with the brand for about 6 years now, and as you know, we recently launched our curls, coils, and textured hair care range, which as a natural hair care enthusiast, I am so here for. So today I'm actually going to be with a very special guest, Lydia, and we'll be showing you how to refresh your everyday routine. So let me get Lydia on right now. Hi, Lydia.
Hi, Jaleesa. How's it going?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. I see that we both decided today was Yellow Day, which
Right?
was
Here
not
for it,
planned.
surprise.
Hello, I'm Lydia. I am a digital creator and a model and a writer. I've been working in fashion since like 2006, I think, technically. I really am interested in inclusion and diversity specifically, especially plus size folks, queer folks, and obviously like Black folks, very important to me as a Black person. So I was super excited to go live with Lush and talk about this new hair care line, especially somebody who's definitely had quite a hair journey as a natural hair wearer now. So yeah, I'm really excited for today, and I am happy to meet all of y'all.
Thanks so much, Lydia. So I can agree that I definitely had a natural hair journey for sure, and at times it can definitely be a struggle. So how excited were you for all these new products that launch from Lush?
I was super excited. I was also pretty surprised just because from before, I didn't really shop at Lush specifically for hair care because I have natural hair and I wasn't sure kind of what products would cater to me. So when I heard that there was like a full line of natural hair products, I was really, really excited to see that.
Yeah, I definitely share that excitement with you. It's something I wanted to see for such a long time from Lush, so glad that it's finally here.
Yeah.
Before working for the brand, I actually already used Lush from face to toe, so now hair can be included. And
Yeah.
for me, I probably relate to the ingredients that are in my hair care is so important. I want to be able to find something that's going to be effective, but also have good ingredients that are going to work for my hair type. Yeah, what's really fun about today is that Lydia and I both are going to show you how we use these products, and we do different styles on our day-to-day basis, so it's cool that you see both of those varieties between the two of us. So why don't we just jump right in and get started? Ready?
For sure.
All right, so my go-to style is a wash and go, and I typically sleep with my hair in a pineapple, which is how it is now. So I do wash and style my hair once a week. So being that I do that, I do use the LOC method, but I love to finish off with a gel just so I get some more hold to my hair to keep me out through that week. So to begin, I love to just take my hair down and separate it into 4 sections. So I'll do that now. And I use these clips just to keep my hair separated. No combs, no brushes.
Definitely not.
Yeah, keeping it the curly girl method way here.
Yeah.
So once that's done, I do change my routine depending on how many days have passed since my wash day. So if it's like day 2 or day 3, I typically will just go in with super milk. And then if I'm on day 4 or beyond, I do add more products to my routine. But either way, I love to start with damp hair. So I have my handy spray bottle here. And I'll take off my clip just to work on that one section at a time. And I love to just mist my hair to begin. Make sure that it's nice and saturated through. And then I grab my product. So I have terrible luck with any spray pump, so I love to just pour it in my hand. And once I have a good amount, about that, I just rub that between my palms. And then I start to apply that to my hair. So I do use the praying hand method typically, which is a straight up and down.
I actually I washed my hair 2 days ago. Usually I wash it on Sunday, but this week it was like midweek. So for me, typically I will spray it with water like you did, and I already did that off camera. And then I detangle a little bit with like the easy detangler comb. And then same thing, I like to go in with the super milk, and I just learned that I should spray it in my hand. I was using the spray, but it is way easier to apply if I just like use it in my hand. And I'll probably put like quite a bit depending on how dry my hair is. Some days I will admit I'm not necessarily diligent, shall we say, every morning, especially when I'm working from home. So some days I'm definitely drier than others. So just kind of work the spray into my hair as the first step, the super milk. And because my hair is pretty short comparatively, my routine is nice and short, which I like. So
I'm
it makes
jealous.
it a
I'm
lot.
jealous.
Pardon?
I said I'm so jealous.
I mean, your curls are so, so beautiful though. So we can be jealous of each other.
Yes.
Today I'm feeling like a bit drier, so I definitely want to get a lot of the spray in, and then typically as the second step, I would use Renee's Shea Souffle. This is the product that I'm the most excited about in this line, just because I've found my scalp can get quite dry in the winter. Because I'm actually based in Vancouver. I finding like black products and finding like hair products that work for my hair type can be kind of tough, and sometimes it's a matter of ordering things online, etc. So I hadn't really found like an oil for my scalp that I really liked. So I'm super, super excited. So I put about like a dime, maybe like a quarter size on my hands, and usually I focus on like my shorter sides because my scalp is a lot closer to the surface. So I'll really get that in there. And it's nice because it melts super fast. I'm sure you've noticed that as well. You don't have to rub it for a super long time for it to be workable, which I really appreciate in the product development side of it. And then I'll just kind of like work it also into my scalp in like the longer parts of my hair, just to make sure that I'm getting some moisture in there and locking in whatever moisture I have in my hair as well.
It's looking really good.
I'm not even done yet. And it smells super good. One thing I noticed about the whole kind of line is, as usual with Lush, the scents are really nice and they all work together as well, because I've definitely experienced using hair products where it's like, I want to use you together, but you don't necessarily smell the best together.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate that piece as well.
For sure. All right, so I had started prepping this quarter here with the super milk while you were doing your second product. So once I do that, if this is like day 3 or beyond, I do go in with my Renee Shea Souffle too. And Lydia, I share the same sentiment with this is my favorite product from the collection, because growing up, shea butter was a staple in my house. You literally would apply it from face to foot, and it has so many great benefits from hydrating, evening your skin tone, or moisturizing your hair and repairing any split ends. So I like to take about a quarter size amount. It is a solid oil at first because of the shea butter, but once you start to rub that between your hands, it does become like a regular oil or cream consistency. So I use that same technique to really get that through to the ends of my hair. And I'll apply it on my scalp if I feel like my scalp is a little bit dry. Today I feel pretty good, so I'm just going to keep it focused on my hair. And then after that, I love to go in with Curl Power. This is amazing because not only does it hydrate your hair, but it helps to keep in that definition too. So you do have that linseed in there, which is going to give that hold and structure to your curls. And then there's cocoa butter, which I love to really add that softness, and some molasses, which is going to be humectant to really seal in that moisture. At this step, I like to just add a little bit more water. And I'm spraying my camera. And then I just do a little scrunch at the end before I twist it up. So I usually will do my hair at least 30 minutes before I have to leave the house. So I'll leave it up like this to dry while I'm getting ready for the rest of my day, whether that's eating breakfast or catching up on emails or something like that.
Similar to you, I definitely use the Curl Power as my last step. And I was surprised at the like texture because I wasn't sure what to expect when I was like unpacking it. And it's really like kind of soft feeling. I expected it to kind of be more of like buttery. But I do find that it's really easy to kind of put through my hair, which is really great. And I have 4C hair. My hair is like super coily, which I'm sure folks can see, like super textured. So if I have run into issues in the past with products where it's meant for curly hair, but it's meant for a much looser curl. So I'm not able to work the product into my hair. So yeah, I feel like using the whole line, I definitely noticed the attention to detail and like the clear product testing and actual user experience that went into it. It doesn't feel like just sort of a placating motion. It's definitely, you can see the love and care that Sarah and her team put in to making these products. And I really, really appreciate that from a brand, especially as big as Lush, because that makes products like this accessible to quite a few people, just because Lush is in so many places. It was really exciting.
Yeah, for sure.
As you can see, I'm like hilariously low maintenance. Whenever people ask me how I do my hair, I'm like, it takes 5 minutes. It really doesn't.
I love it. I love it. Long. I would trade you any day. Trust me.
We can do a swap so I can feel having long, beautiful locks. So after that, I'm like trying to take a look here. Usually what I would do is just kind of make sure it's like sitting where I want it to sit. It usually stays where I want it to go. So kind of just get it into place where I wear it daily. And then I have just like a 2-sided brush from like the beauty supply. And because I have shorter sides, usually at this point I would go over and just make sure that my curls are kind of laying the way that I want them to. I'm focusing more on my edges for sure.
Do you ever apply like a satin scarf to tie down your edges at all?
I actually haven't. And like, I am definitely learning more and more about having natural hair. And I've been natural since 2014, but I definitely have had like a DIY journey.
Yeah.
Lots of YouTube tutorials, lots of like Instagram videos, kind of just learning how to take care of my hair because I didn't grow up having natural hair most of the time. Usually we would relax my hair from quite a young age. So it's been really interesting to just kind of find out new tips and tricks. And like, I feel like I have so much to learn, which is exciting and a little bit overwhelming. But I've been so encouraged by how many folks are feeling like they can wear their hair natural and are able to kind of push back and actually have those conversations about how their hair is how it is. It isn't messy, it isn't unruly, it's professional and it's beautiful. And they're able to kind of, you know, advocate for themselves. And it's been really beautiful to see, because I feel like when I was much younger, that was not at all the conversation and not my personal perception of my hair or perception of natural hair in general. So it's a really exciting time, and I'm encouraged by the changes that have happened and what the potential of what the future holds as well.
Yeah, it's truly beautiful to see all this self-love and acceptance. And growing up, you know, at first I was natural. I've had 2 experiences with having relaxers, and I regret both of them now when I look back. So for me, the first time I was about 7, and, you know, I'm in school and seeing everyone around me with straight hair, and I would have my hair straightened, get it pressed out for special occasions or holidays, family get-togethers. But I really wanted it all the time. And I convinced my dad, because my mom was against it, and I convinced my dad. I kept begging and begging. He finally let me get a relaxer. And then I want to say by the time I was in middle school, I was back natural again. And my second interaction with getting a relaxer was in high school. And at that time, too, it was the societal pressures. I was a cheerleader. I danced. So recitals and things of that nature required a certain hairstyle that I didn't have naturally. And it was either heat damage or me getting a chemical process. So to be at that age, once I was going to college, I dabbled in hair color. I had the relaxer. My hair went and took a turn for the worse. I had to cut it like shoulder length. And I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to be natural. And I had to relearn how to do my hair. So seeing the products and really integrating them into my lifestyle, it's like you learn something new every week and every time you try a new product. So that's definitely been something fun to grow with and share. But I'm so happy we're at this point now that, you know, young children can just walk around with their natural hair and love themselves and know that it is appropriate and acceptable.
Totally. I was thinking about baby me, because I feel like, I don't know about you, but when I was like school age, Just For Me was like the type of relaxer that everybody used. And it like had all these girls on the cover with like really silky hair. And I just remember feeling like I wanted that hair because that was the hair that like my friends at school had, because I was always the only Black kid, and you know, people on TV had. And I just remember that kind of feeling of going through the process of relaxer as a little kid, and then the end result not looking like that as well, and kind of that like disconnect of like, oh, I thought I was going to look like this and now I don't. Is
Yeah.
this version of like, will other people think that this is good? And that's like a lot for a young person to process, and like a lot to put on someone, but it also was kind of just the norm at that point. So I think, yeah, similar to you, like I'm so just like, my heart is so warmed by like all of these videos of little 4-year-olds and 5-year-olds who are just like, I love my hair, and have like a huge afro and are so happy, and don't at all have any of those ideas of the pressure of having straight hair. And there's nothing wrong with changing your hair or styling it however you want. Like, that's absolutely your prerogative. But I think I've definitely noticed a major difference from like my childhood to now, of just Black kids being able to have the hair that grows out of their head, and that not be an issue. So it's super exciting, and it really makes me excited for future folks. And like you're saying, learning more about my hair as somebody who had like, you know, a 20-year gap between having natural hair as a little kid and then having natural hair as an adult. It's like, I feel like I constantly learn new things about my hair.
So have these products replaced your previous routine that you were using, or are you integrating them into your day-to-day?
I have been using them, like only using them so far. I think for me, probably moving forward, I will be using them, because the products that I was using previously were similar in, I guess, purpose. And I've been really liking how my hair looks. And I also have been really liking my hair through the week, that I'm finding that it's easy to style, and like from day to day after sleeping on it and etc., it still looks good. So for me, since I'm so low maintenance, that's definitely a huge part, is like, how easy can I make this for myself? And I'm really excited by that, because I definitely, like I said, I've tried different products and been disappointed in the past, for sure, after kind of like doing a whole routine. So I'm excited to have something that I know I can like go back to and integrate into my hair care, for sure.
I've been using the products too, as a collective, aside from anything else, and I've seen a tremendous difference in my hair as far as like moisture retention and even the strength. Like, I don't know which of the conditioners is your favorite, but I'm going back and forth between the two. One week I'm loving Glory, the next it's Power. So I'm really, really happy with everything that has come out. Last week I had my hair straightened for the first time in over probably 2 years. So I was like, you know what? This calls for a week of Power. I need to make sure that I'm getting that protein strength that I need. And I just love the scent of it. It smells so good. I have it right here too. And I'm going to take a sniff. Oh, I love what it smells like. But yeah, the whole collection has been amazing.
Yeah, I've been using the conditioners, and I think Glory is my favorite, but I need to do more weeks of testing. But both of them have been really good. I found that the slip is really nice too, and the smell, like you said, the smell is like, it's a whole experience.
Right? Yes. And Glory, it was the first time I've ever had okra, and I love okra. Like, growing up, okra was like a staple food in my home too. So it was the first time having it used in a hair product, and it does give incredible slip to the hair. Mixed with the cream coconut, you do get all that moisture. So I love that one too. And I did just take out all my clips, because typically that will be my next step once my hair dries enough. And I like to go in, and I have a little brush here that I'll go in, attend to my edges or baby hairs and whatnot if I need to. So I like to just spray my brush. So this is a new tool for me too. My sisters are really into switching up their hair routines and incorporating wigs, so they got me into these brushes. So thank you. Thank you, little sis. Yeah, I love using it for my natural hair. I can send you a link. And that's pretty much it for me. It was so great to get to connect with you all today. And Lydia, thank you for being here. We really appreciate you sharing your thoughts with us and with the world on how you love the new range. So it was an absolute pleasure, and I hope everyone enjoyed our time together and that you have a great rest of your day.
Yes, it was so lovely to hang out, and a great start to the day.
Bye.